He's worked with everyone, from 50 Cent to Keyshia Cole, from Fabulous to Jennifer Lopez. I got a chance to catch up with Amadeus at a mixtape release party for Nay Nils over at the legendary Daddy's House recording studio. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I want to introduce you to a man with many monikers, starting with multi-platinum record producer, musical tour director, brand ambassador for Peli Peli, as well as Behringer, the electronics company. When he's not doing that, he's also CEO of Platinum Boy Music. When he's not doing that, he also happens to be working with a lot of different artists. Today I want to introduce you guys to Mr. Amadeus. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Blessed.
Thank you.
You did your homework, man.
Yes, we try to do our homework here. Yes. I wanted to ask you first, what is it like having this kind of a life where you work with all kind of artists and you just have a huge input in music?
Right. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a passion of mine. Creating music. So it's something that I love to do. And just as a young kid, growing up in the Bronx, dreaming of doing what I'm doing, to be able to actually do it and everything kind of coming to fruition is amazing. It's an amazing experience. I've traveled the world. Like I said upstairs, I work with over 50 artists. We're here right now at Daddy's House, legendary recording studio. I was managed by Diddy at one point. So it's been an amazing journey. I definitely enjoyed myself. Got a long way to go. So I'm definitely working even harder than I worked before. To produce, for 100 artists, 150 artists, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of great artists out here, so I definitely want to be able to, work with as many people as I can.
Gotcha. I definitely see that happening. I wanted to talk to you. I definitely see that happening because I can see that in your social networking and just everything that you do, your Twitter, your Instagram, all of that stuff. You show just the passion, the dedication. How did you not get caught up? You said you're from the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx as well. How did you not get caught up, let's say, on the wrong side of tracks? You're doing everything right. And like I said, we at HRTV at 24 admire your work. So how did all of this happen for you?
I think it had a lot to do with how I was raised. My mom had a kung fu grip on me. She didn't really allow me to go out a lot. I went to school, I went to church, and that was it. When I went to the store, I got timed. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm definitely grateful for my parents for allowing me to live the life that I lived. I went to Catholic school, my entire school history. And that's how I was able to learn an instrument, which was drums, and that was the start. So if I didn't have my parents, in my life that didn't allow me to do the things that I wanted to do, I can't be here. I wouldn't be here today. A lot of my friends I grew up with are either dead, locked up, somewhere doing something crazy, but the fact that they, had that grip on me is what helped me and allowed me to be where I'm at today.
Gotcha. You started out as a drummer, then a rapper, and then you kind of switched gears into the record producing. I wanted to talk to you about that just because a lot of times when people switch careers, people think that, oh, this person maybe wasn't successful or that they gave up, but you just found your passion, and not just a passion, but a lucrative one at that. And I just want to talk to more about switching gears because people don't talk about that. What was
Great
that
point.
like for you?
I really thought I was hot as a rapper, my name was really crazy, and everybody kind of laughed at the name I had. It was like Ant Dog or like A Boogie or something crazy. So I had a friend of mine who was a producer by the name of Buck Wow. He's done a lot of hits from Black Rod Woe to Got a Story to Tell by Biggie. And he had picked me up one night from the house and brought me to the studio. We was in Sony Studios, I never forget it. He went to play beats for like Missy and Busta Rhymes and Puff at the time. And I was just like, man. I kind of like what you do. I kind of like this lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, well, dude, you play the drums. So it's like, it's right there. Like you play drums, make beats. Play drums, make beats. It's kind of all the same thing. And I kind of thought about it one day. I was like, maybe I should put the rapping thing down, be more behind the scenes, really get that paper. Because back then they explained to me that if you didn't go platinum, sell 5 million, albums as an artist, you didn't really see any money like that. So I was just like, man, am I dope enough to sell that many amount of records? And really wasn't that dope as a rapper. So kind of switched gears, like you said, went into the drum thing, went into the musician thing, went into the producing thing, and, here I am today.
How do you stay focused with so many jobs? How do you execute them so well? What is that like for you? Do you feel overwhelmed sometimes? Is this something that you can handle day by day? What is that like?
It's definitely overwhelming, but it's about, handling one thing at a time. And I just said that to one of my friends earlier today. It's about staying in the moment. Last week with Trey songs, his album came out, Triggers in stores, and we had like BET Awards. We had 106 in Park, Jimmy Kimmel. We had an iHeartRadio show. We had Essence Fest. So we had about 6 or 7 different shows to get prepared for. And I kind of went into it saying, hey, like, let's knock out the first show. Let's knock out the second show. Let's knock out the third. Like, there's no reason for us to be talking about show number 7 if we didn't knock out the first one. So I think that's a very important, just staying focused on what's in front of you at the time, and not jumping ahead to what's down the line. You can't predict the future. You can't, tell what's happening in the future. You can only stay in the present. And that's kind of how I deal. Just as music, as a producer, as a musician, is what I love to do. It's how I eat. It's how I provide for my family. That's what, keeps me going. There's a lot of politics in the game. There's a lot of bad business that happens, but when you love something and you love the people that surround you, it pushes you to go further, to bring people along with you, to allow them to grow around you. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at. And like I said, I've accomplished a lot. I'm very appreciative of what I've accomplished, but there's so much more for me to do, and that's where I'm at.
Gotcha. I really want to thank you for your time, for this interview, for your humility, and like I said, all the things that you post online, the biblical quotes, or just something like hang on in there, you know what I mean? As an artist, I can relate to, just feeling like you want to sometimes quit, but it's always refreshing to have someone putting something positive in the air. I really appreciate that.
It's funny you mention that. Everything that I post is not always something that I'm going through, but it's like how I'm feeling at the moment. So I don't just put it out there just for something that sounds good. It's actually something that uplifts me. People, want to be in my shoes. People want to be where I'm at. People want to go where I go, but don't know what it entails. There's a lot of lonely nights. There's a lot of, family ain't fucking with you. There's a lot of friends that, that were there that turned their back on you once you arrive. It's lonely, man. Like when they say it's lonely at the top, like it's for real. That's why you got so many entertainers bugging out. You got so many entertainers that only hang with their inner circle. It's true. But like you said, I appreciate, the interview. I appreciate all of the words. I appreciate the homework that you did. Knowing who I am as a person, as a producer, as a musician. I got to say this is one of the best interviews I've ever done. Like, real talk. And I'm not just saying that to say that, but like you really, did your homework. And I appreciate that, man. So shout out to you and your team for this interview. Hopefully it's inspiration to the people that's out there to just keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward towards your dreams. A lot of people are going to tell you no. A lot of people are going to tell you can't do it. A lot of people are going to try to stop you. But, I'm a witness that, nah, you can do this, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can do this. So much love to y'all. Thanks for having me. Everybody out there, man, shoot for the stars. Nah, don't shoot for the stars. Shoot for the clouds. No, don't shoot for the clouds because I realize you can go higher than that. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead up in space. Just go up in space, live up in space. I saw Transformers yesterday with my son, and it's just, Optimus. You really feel you good. You get it. You got it. So Platinum Boy Music, we're on the move, man. A lot of records out this year. Blessed, J-Lo, Trey songs. Yo, she was amazing. I went to the video shoot. I just showed up. I didn't even know her. Like I did the record. Chris Brown wrote it, and I just showed up to the video, and she was like walking down the hall by herself. Like, hey, how you doing? I was like, I'm Amadeus. She was like, hey. Gave me the craziest hug. Yeah, like, there's people that I work with for like 10 years that never did nothing like that. I mean, but she's a great spirit, great person. It was awesome working on the project. Very passionate, knows what she wants. She called me at like 1 in the morning and was like, yeah, I want some like string parts and same girl, and wasn't busy enough, it wasn't strong enough. Like, she knows what she wants. So shout out to Jennifer Lopez. Proud of you. Like I said, she's in album in stores, a.k.a. Trey Songs in stores, Trigger. Jim Jones, new record on the way featuring Trey Songs with the shit. Tiffany Mignon, album in stores right now, Love Vendor. We just moving, man. What am I missing? Keyshia Cole. Shout out to Keyshia Cole. I spoke to her last night. We got 2 records on the way on her new album. I'm just working. I heard French upstairs, so I'm here for my nigga Nay Nils. Me and French was in Africa together. We did a show in Africa, the Africa Awards. Amazing. So I heard he's upstairs. I might have to go play some shit for him, you know what I'm saying? But we here live, Daddy's House, Amadeus, Platinum Boy, Bad Boy, Trey Songz Experience.